Hey, I'm Carl, and I want to be honest with you right from the start. I didn't create Earnable Skills because I had everything figured out. I didn't start this because I was some online business expert, and I definitely didn't wake up one day thinking, you know what, I'm going to become a digital marketing guy. That's not how this started. This started because life changed. For most of my life, I followed the plan a lot of us were taught to follow. Work hard, show up, provide for your family, keep your head down, don't complain, just keep going. And honestly, that was me. I worked in the education field. I did my best. I tried to be dependable. I believed that if I kept working hard and stayed steady, somehow everything would work out. Retirement would come, the bills would get paid, my family would be okay. That was the plan. But then my body started telling a different story. I developed functional neurological disorder, also known as FND. It affected my body, it affected my energy, it affected my confidence, and at times it affected my speech. That part has been hard to explain because when your speech is affected, it changes how you feel about showing up. There are times when the words are there in my head, but they don't always come out the way I want them to. And when you're trying to make videos, teach, share your story, or build something online, that can feel pretty discouraging. I remember thinking, how am I supposed to do this if I can't even count on my own voice some days? That's a heavy thought because I was already dealing with the bigger questions. What happens if I can't work the same way anymore? What happens if the job I counted on is no longer enough? What happens if retirement is closer than I'm ready for? What happens if I need to build another option from home? I didn't have easy answers. At first, I felt overwhelmed. I felt behind. I felt like I had missed some class that everybody else took. Digital marketing sounded complicated. AI sounded like something for younger, more technical people. YouTube felt intimidating. Online income felt confusing. And being on camera, that felt like standing under a spotlight when I would rather be standing at the back of the room. There were days I looked at all of it and thought, I don't know if I can do this. Not because I didn't want to learn, but because everything felt like a mountain. The tools, the tech, the confidence, the fear of looking foolish, the fear of starting too late, the fear of putting myself out there when my health and speech weren't always predictable. But slowly, something started to shift. I realized maybe I didn't have to do things the old way anymore. Maybe I didn't have to be perfect on camera. Maybe I didn't have to sound polished. Maybe I didn't have to pretend I had everything figured out. Maybe I could use the very tools I was nervous about to help me keep showing up. That's where AI started to make sense to me. Not as a shortcut, not as a way to fake anything, but as a tool, a bridge, a way forward. If my speech is affected, AI voice tools can help me communicate more clearly. If I don't feel confident on camera every day, a digital avatar can help me still share the message. If writing feels overwhelming, prompts can help me organize my thoughts. If I don't know where to start, simple digital skills can give me a path. That's why you may see me use my real voice, AI voice tools, and a digital avatar in my videos. I'm not using AI to hide who I am. I'm using it to help me keep showing up. And that's really the heart of Earnable Skills. It is about using today's tools to work around real life challenges. It's about finding another way forward when the old way doesn't work like it used to. It's about learning simple digital skills that can create more options from home. Not hype, not overnight success, not some fake internet lifestyle, just practical skills, one step at a time. I started learning about digital marketing. I started learning about AI. I started learning how content works, how YouTube works, how simple offers work, how digital products work, how a person can take their life experience, their story, and their lessons and turn them into something useful for someone else. And somewhere along the way, I realized something. This isn't just for me. There are a lot of people in midlife quietly asking the same questions. People over 40 or 50 who worked hard for years and still feel uncertain. People who are tired. People who are worried about retirement. People who have had health setbacks, job setbacks, confidence setbacks, or financial wake up calls. People who don't feel techy. People who don't want hype. People who don't want to become influencers. People who don't want to be yelled at by some online guru telling them how easy everything is. They just want someone real to say, you're not crazy for feeling overwhelmed. You're not too old to learn. You don't have to become someone else. You can start small. That's who Earnable Skills is for. It's for the person who knows the old plan might not be enough anymore. It's for the person who wants to build a second plan from home. It's for the person who still has wisdom, work ethic, experience, and something valuable to offer, even if they don't fully see it yet. And I want to be clear, I'm still learning, I'm still building, I'm still figuring things out. I'm not standing here as the guru on the mountain. I'm more like the guy walking the road with you saying, come on, let's learn this together. Because sometimes that's what people need. Not someone 10 miles ahead making them feel small, but someone close enough to understand what it feels like to start. So if you're watching this and you're in midlife, if your body has changed, if your job has changed, if your confidence has taken a hit, if retirement is getting closer, if you feel behind, if you've ever wondered, is it too late for me? I want you to hear this. It's not too late. Not to learn, not to build, not to start again. You don't need to master everything at once. You don't need to be perfect on camera. You don't need to be young. You don't need to be a tech genius. You don't need to pretend to be someone you're not. You just need to take the next honest step. Learn one skill. Try one tool. Create one simple thing. Share one lesson. Build one small piece of your second plan. That's what Earnable Skills is here to help you do. Simple AI, digital marketing, and online income skills for midlife beginners. No hype, no guru act, no pretending, just one skill, one step, one honest beginning at a time. I'm Carl. This is Earnable Skills. And if you're starting over too, you're in the right place.